All right, y'all, I have a fan going over here. Why? Because it's almost 90 degrees here in the North Carolina mountains and I'm hot. So anyway, for this, I'm going to be using Red Heart Super Saver yarn. It is a worsted weight yarn and I'm using a size 4.5 millimeter hook. Now for this headband, you can make it as wide or as narrow as you like, but when we start sewing it together, I want to show you why it's important to not make it so very, very narrow. Of course, you can make it the standard size like I am, or you can make it wider if you want to use it more of like an ear cover, okay? Like an ear warmer, if you will. In order to make this any width you want, you just need to make it in even numbers. And then after you chain your even numbers, then chain one, okay? So you can do chain 10 and then plus 1, which will give you 11. You could chain 12 and then plus 1, which will give you 13. For the purpose of this video, we're going to be doing it in 14 plus 1, okay? So that will give us 15 total. So go ahead and get your yarn on your hook. Apologies for the nails. I've got a lot of projects going on. I've got on short nails and I got glue and stuff all over me. But anyway, let's not make comments about that. Like I said, we're going to chain 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So now what we're going to do is single crochet. So not in this stitch here, okay, not that one, but the next one. You see where our loop is coming out of that stitch? That's not the one we're going into. We're going into the one right beside of it. And then you're going to single crochet all the way across for a total of 14, okay? So it's 2, and 3, 4, and then carry on. All right, so there's our 14. So now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1 and turn your work. And then you're going to work a single crochet into each stitch across once again. Okay, so start right here in that first one. So I got some Mod Podge on my hands or something too. It's like I've got somewhere I got to go next week and I'm not going to be able to film. So I've been trying to hurry up and do, you know, a whole handful of videos so I can have something to post next week as well. So I've got a whole handful of things going on. I've just been in a tizzy today. I apologize. Which I said earlier I wasn't going to apologize again in this video, but there it is again. Surprise! Okay. All the way across, and here is our last one. Okay. So now we got our 14 across once again. We are going to chain 2. And now we're going to start doing crisscross stitches. You have seen me do this stitch a lot. It's a very simple way to add bulk to your pattern and also to give it a little bit of texture. So to do the crisscross stitch, we're going to chain 2 and we're going to turn. Okay. Now we're going to skip this first stitch. See that one? Right here at the hook. We're going to skip that and we're going to do a double crochet into that one, okay? So skip and then do a double crochet into that second one. Now we're going to go back and do a double crochet into that stitch that we skipped, okay? So yarn over, go over here into that stitch that you skipped and work your double crochet, okay? And that gives you like a little X. And it'll look better once you get a few rows done. Right now, it's going to look kind of weird, so just bear with me, all right? But now, what we're going to do is, you see there's a stitch there. You're going to skip that stitch, and then you're going to double crochet into that one, okay? So basically 1, 2, double crochet into that. So there's that. And then go back and double crochet into that skipped stitch. And this is why I told you that no matter how wide or narrow you make it, you need to do it in multiples of 2, even numbers, because each of these crisscross stitches takes up 2 stitches, okay? So now we're going to skip. See how we got a stitch there? Skip that. Go into that one for a double crochet. Go back and double crochet into the one that you just skipped. Okay? Skip skip this one, double crochet into that next one, and then double crochet into the one that you skipped. That is a crisscross stitch, okay? Each little X is considered a crisscross. So now just stay with me. We're going to work our way all the way to the end. Okay. And once we get done with this one, we will have 2 stitches left. Just work into that very last one. It can be a little fiddly to work with. And then go back and work into the skipped one. Now there is a row of crisscross stitches. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chain 1 and turn. Starting off in this stitch right here, we're just going to do single crochets all the way across for a total of 14. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay. Chain 2 and then turn your work. Remember to skip this first stitch right here and work into the second one. So you're going to do a double crochet there. Now go back and do a double crochet into that skipped stitch. Skip that one, work into that one, double crochet, go back and work into the one that you skipped. Okay, we'll do that again and then I'll turn y'all loose. Skip a stitch, double crochet, and then double crochet into the one that you skipped. Okay, now do that all the way across. All right, so we have come to the end again. We have our 7 crisscross stitches, chain 1 and turn. Start off in this first one right here and do a single crochet and single crochet all the way across for a total of 14. And that's all that this pattern is. We're just alternating the single crochet rows with the double crochet, the crisscross double crochet rows. Whoopsie. Now, how long do you make this? Okay, we're going to do sort of like a standard adult size. So we are going to crochet this length to 22 inches. And I'll try to go over this again at the end of the video, okay? But when it comes to the length of this, what you want to do, if you have a tape measure and you know whom you're going to make this for, you measure around their head where the headband would sit, and then take that measurement and subtract 2 inches, okay? So let's get this last stitch here. There we go. Chain 2, flip it over, and then just do your crisscross row once again. Whoopsie doodle. And that's all there is to this. Just keep alternating your rows of the crisscross stitch and the single crochet row, just like we've been doing. I have screwed up because I'm trying to stitch and talk at the same time. And you're just going to do that all the way across, okay? And you're just going to keep going. Like I said, get to 22 inches. At the end of the video, I will give you some other measurements. You can also look down in the description box and in a pinned comment. And I'll have some various lengths for you that was kind of like average sizes, okay? Not saying it'll be, perfect for the person you're making it for, but it'll be close. So I'm just going to continue doing this until I get to 22. All right, y'all. So this is 22 inches long, okay? 22 inches. And so what we have done is Here is my row of crisscross stitches, and then here's my row of single crochets. Now, to finish this, we're going to do another row of single crochet, okay? So we're just going to do that. And why do we do that? It just gives us like a little bit more space to sew this together so that the seam, like right at the seam, it's not so bulky, because these stitches here are just a little bit bulkier than the single crochets. So that's why we're going to do this, okay? So we're just going to work our way over to the end, and then once we get to the end, we're going to finish it off. But you need to leave sort of like a long tail, because we're going to be using the tail on this end to sew it together, okay? Okay, so I've come to the end of that. We're going to chain one, and then let's pull out a good bit of yarn and cut that. You see how, get over there. You see how I chain one? You're just going to pull your yarn through like so, okay? Tighten that down. And now this is the front side. You can tell by the tail is on the left, so that you know this is the front side. So let me get my needle here, and then we're just going to work in this end, and then we'll continue sewing with the other one. All right, end is sewn in, and now this is the front side, like the pretty side is what I call it, the side that you want to be visible, okay? And we want this side to be inside when we fold it over, because after we sew the inside, we'll flip it right side out, okay? So pay close attention to that. So now we're going to take the ends and just kind of fold this into a little arch and do the same with the other end. Now when you've put these together, you see the tail here, you want that facing out. Not like this, like that, okay? And try to get it as even as possible. It can be hard, I know that, but just try to get it as even as possible. Like the edges here, that's about as good as we're gonna get it. Just do the best you can. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, because it's not going to be seen, it's going to be hidden. But just try to get it as close as you can. And now, so you're going to take your needle, and we're going to go through here, through there, catch the corner of that one right there. You're going through all of these layers, okay? And then pull that through. Don't pull it too tight so that you snap your yarn, okay? Then we're going to come back through all the layers, sewing them all together like that. And you can pull it snug, because we're going to make a second pass, okay? Always make a second pass, because I don't trust this piece of yarn to hold it. And then we can tighten it down on the next pass, okay? Let's do this until we go over. Let's just make sure we're getting all the ends. Okay, like that. And now we're going to go back just to reinforce it. Make sure that we catch everything. There we go. Okay, all the way back across, and then when we get to the other end, then we're going to finish it off, okay? Okay, so just go over. I need to catch that right there. Like I said, it doesn't have to be like 100% perfect, because you're not going to see it, but we just want to make double sure that we catch everything together. Okay. Now I'm going to go back in. You see that loop? Just run my needle through that loop and pull it through. Snug it down, and we're going to do that one more time. Through that loop, snug that down. Okay, and then we'll just work away our end here, which is difficult because we've got all these stitches going on. Okay, and trim away that. And now, see, it looks a little funky. Just turn it right side out like this. Boop. Just work it with your fingers like so. And then there is that nice little knot right there. Okay. All right. So you see, like with the amount of stitches that we made, the amount of chains rather, in the beginning, you see about how wide it is. Now you see this one here, I started with 19, and you can see the difference in width. This would make a nice headband. This in here be, you know, like sort of like an ear warmer type deal where it can come down and like cover your entire ears. But then it gets a little bulky in the back. So if you're going to make an ear warmer out of this, shoot, and I left this yarn in the, yeah, I did. I left that yarn. Anyway, I'll just show you with the yarn that I have here. If you're going to make it wider to be sort of like an ear warmer, this is the front, of course. You'll flip it over to the back, take you a piece of yarn, and you want to double it. Okay, and then you can just gather it like this, tie your yarn around it, try to get it as centered as possible. Like I said, you want to use the matching yarn, but I don't feel like going all the way back in the daggone living room to get it. Tie it tightly, and what that does is it's just sort of going to I got glue everywhere. As you can see, it just kind of pulls that down so that when it's under your hair in the back, it won't flip your hair up and look weird, okay? And then you would work away your ends. And then this would be, you know, up front. Now, for the narrow one, it's perfectly fine to leave it like that. It's not going to do weird things with your hair. But if you wanted to make an ear warmer, what you could do is instead of putting it together and sewing the ends together and stopping at the 22 rows like we did, you could just keep on going and you would have a matching scarf to go with your headband. Okay, it's a very simple stitch, very straightforward stitch, and as you can see, it leaves a fairly decent edge. I don't ever go back and put edges on this type of stitch right here because I like this little ripple here. It's very uniform. I like the way that looks. So then, you know, you could just make a big longer piece without sewing the ends together and make a matching scarf. But if you look down in the description box and in a pinned comment, I will have some more measurements for you for like this size, and then like for more like a children's size as far as the length goes before you sew it together. But like I said, always remember, like if you're going to be making this for someone and if you know their measurements, measure around their head or have them to take a tape measure and measure around their head. And then take that measurement and then subtract 2 inches. That's the length that you want to crochet this to, okay? Because these are stretchy. You can see that these are stretchy. After a while, they're going to stretch out a little bit, and you want them to fit just a little bit snugly at the beginning because they will stretch and stay stretched, okay? So you don't want it to be the exact size of the circumference of their head in the beginning, okay? Anyway, super simple project, easy to make. I sat there and, you know, I was watching YouTube videos while I was making these, really super easy. It's a good project to carry with you, planes, trains, you know, wherever you can crochet. And you can make several at a time. You know, I've made them in airports before, just gave them to people. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would, please give it a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media. The links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.